Hi, my name is John Sherman. I'm standing just off of Highway 114, right on the outskirts of the Gunnison National Forest. Behind me is Cochetopa Dome, a small mountain that is part of the San Juan mountain range that runs through southwestern Colorado. Now, Cochetopa Dome may not look too impressive. It is only about 1,700 feet from bottom to top. But it is an incredible reminder of the geologic activity that has shaped the planet we live on. This was once the site of a volcano, but it was not the size of Cochetopa Dome. It was bigger, much bigger. The spot I'm standing on was once the northwest corner of this volcano. To my side, the mountains in the distance of Cochetopa Hills show it was once the eastern edge. All around me, the rim of this once massive volcano can be seen. The obvious question is, what happened to the volcano? How did something of that size just disappear into thin air? Well, the answer is that it didn't disappear completely. This entire basin behind me is what geologists call a caldera. A caldera can best be described as a kind of sinkhole that results from a volcanic eruption. Now, our volcano formed over a very long period of time as molten rock in the mantle, known as magma, seeped into the Earth's crust through cracks. This magma collected in the crust, forming what is called a magma chamber. As the magma chamber grew, it put more and more pressure onto the rock above it, causing it to deform and rise. At some point between 20 and 35 million years ago, our particular volcano erupted. This eruption spewed massive amounts of lava and volcanic ash. The remnants of this eruption are still present in the area, such as this rock. This is a rock known as tuff. It forms when volcanic rock and ash collects on the ground and is compressed. This rock only forms as the result of an explosive volcanic eruption, which helps us to understand what happened here tens of millions of years before humans even existed. When our volcano erupted, the magma chamber that had built up over time was suddenly empty. There was no longer anything supporting the huge amount of rock that made up the volcano. It was like someone pulled the table out from underneath a house of cards. Without something to hold it up, the volcano couldn't support its own weight and collapsed in on itself. As this video shows, this leaves a crater-like depression surrounded by mountains or cliffs that had once been the rim of the volcano. This is a caldera. Now, back to Cochetopa Dome. If the volcano collapsed, how is there a mountain in the center of it? Well, that is one of the last and most interesting parts of caldera formation. Volcanic eruptions don't usually empty the magma chamber below them completely. Instead, the pressure releases and leaves some of that magma behind. When the volcano collapses, all that rock starts to squeeze the magma up towards the surface, forming what is called a lava dome. We can only imagine what it must have looked like to see a bubble of lava rise almost 2,000 feet into the air before cooling into the mountain we call Cochetopa Dome.